What is 10% of 600? So if we start off with 100%, and 100% is going to be our amount, 600, and I want to find 10%. To do that, all I have to do is divide by 10. So to find 10% of anything, I divide it by 10. If I divide 600 by 10, I get 60. So 10% would be 60. Now, let's write that piece of information down. If I know 10% is 60, and I want to work out 30%, well, you just need to be thinking 30%, that's bigger than 10%. How many times bigger is it? It's 3 times bigger. So if 10% is 60, then 30% is going to be 3 times bigger than that. So 60 times 3 will give me 180. So the next one, what's 70%? Well, if I go back to my 10%, which I know is 60, and then I can just say, well, 70% is bigger than 10%. It's 7 times bigger. So my answer will be whatever 10% was times by 7. So 60 times by 7 gives me 420. What's 50% of 80? So 50%, hopefully, you'll recognise as being a half. So if I ask you to find 50%, you might well just say, well, half of 80 is 40. So I know 50% is 40. So 25%, which is a quarter as a fraction. So to find 25%, if we already know that 50% is 40, then we're going to say, well, 25%, that's smaller than 50%. It's actually half the size. So if I get 50% and half it again, that gives me 25%. And so 40 halved, or 40 divided by 2, will give me 20.